Today I want to share a message from my heart about coming away with Jesus, just spending that alone time with him, the sacred time in the sacred place. And many of you have already heard the testimony that I have shared about my time with Dr. Oral Roberts, that I went to see him, and when I did, I asked him for a secret in his ministry. What was it that kept you so vibrant, and yet you were able to do so much and stay strong until the very end? And he said, that's easy. It was my sacred time in my sacred place with God, that I would set apart time with God every day and spend time with him, and that all my vision was birthed out of that place with God, that I spent with God. He said everything I did was birthed out of that place. And so that was the key to his fruitful ministry. And so I prepared a product called Sacred Time, Sacred Place Journal, which you can get online at our online bookstore, by the way. And it has a Bible reading schedule for a year, how to have an effective quiet time, and it's got excellent journal pages. It's a beautiful, beautiful journal. You'll love it. But, that really provoked me when I heard that message. Now, what I want to highlight today in this particular message is I have found that many people struggle and strive to have their devotion time with the Lord. Our goal should be to have this awareness, or this conscious awareness of Jesus 24/7, right? So that we're constantly living in and acting out of this place of devotion, that in a way our heart has come away with him throughout our entire day. So that even though we're in the world, we're not of the world, that we live in this bilocated state, that we're with God completely, like Enoch was, but we're in the world operating at the same time. It's how Jesus manifests in his life, that he only did the things he saw the Father do. He was in that constant communion, and that's what we want. That's what our goal is. But so often, I have fallen into a trap, and I'm sure many of you have too, of striving, saying, "Oh God, I'm so distracted in my mind. I'm struggling to have that time with you, and I got to do more. I got to pray more. I got to decree more. I got to pray in tongues more. I got to read my Bible more." Have any of you been there where you're striving and struggling to have that devotion time, and then you feel guilty and ashamed after because you didn't make the mark? If you are acquainted with those kind of feelings, every time that those feelings hit you, it is an indication that you are in self-effort and strife rather than operating out of the grace of God. And I'm going to give you a key today to show you how to get back into the grace. All you have to do is remember that Jesus, you loved me before I loved you. And you did everything for me to have a relationship with you, because when you died on the cross for me, my carnal flesh was against you. It says it's an enmity, which means hate. I actually hated you. My carnal flesh hates you. It despises you. It resists you. Nothing in me wants to draw close to you. But when you died on the cross, you gave me your nature. And so by grace, I have this God-given gift that I can be close to God, not because of my human effort, but because of what he did for me. And when I meditate on that and say, "Oh, Jesus, I don't have to strive with this. I don't have to struggle. You love me with an everlasting love. And your grace is upon me, and you've graced me to love you, and you've graced me to read the Bible, and you're not condemning me, and you're not pressuring me. You just love me." Now, when I think of that, all of a sudden, I draw close to him, and all of a sudden, devotion begins. All of a sudden, my heart comes away to be with my beloved. Why? Because he drew me through his love. It says in Song of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 10, "I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me." When you meditate on that, "Oh, my beloved's desire is for me," it takes all the striving out of it. How can you resist one whose desire is for you like that? So you just remember, "Oh God, I don't have to struggle." As soon as you get a guilt feeling, I don't have to respond to guilt, because that'll just make you strive within yourself. You can just say, "God, I'm just going to revel in your love." And before you know it, you will be drawn away with him. He will draw you away with those love thoughts and thoughts of what his grace has accomplished for you. And you'll find yourself in the current of that grace, and you'll manifest righteousness and manifest pure devotion. I want to pray for you right now because I'm getting words of knowledge, actually, that there's someone I see that has been struggling. You've been beating yourself up big time. In fact, you feel condemned by God, and you don't even feel that maybe you're even going to make it into heaven. That's how condemned you are, because you haven't been able to have enough prayer time, enough Bible reading time, enough declaring the word time, and you've said to yourself, I know better, I know this is good, I should be doing this. Oh man, I'm getting this strong word of knowledge. You've beaten yourself up so bad that you've simply listened to the wrong voice. His voice is loving you. He's not condemning you. He's saying, just be quiet, still all that condemnation. Just listen to me tell you how much I love you. Just listen to me tell you how much I love you. I love you with an everlasting love. And I've done everything for you. All the pressure's off you. Just let me love you. Now just relax with that, because he does not condemn you. You're condemning yourself. You're believing the devil's lies. And I tell you, you're going to go away with your beloved, because he's going to draw you with those love words. I'm getting another word of knowledge, actually, for someone who, you're a very disciplined person, but you've been dry in your devotions lately. You're faithful. And discipline is good. I'm not saying that discipline is wrong, but if your discipline is dictating to you your well-being, then you're going to be bound when you have a dry time. Just relax in God and just go back to loving him. You know, don't be worried about the dryness. Don't be worried about it. Just relax and know that Jesus has everything under his control. Oh, he loves you. You know, a devotional tool can be our love devotional that Robert Hodgkin is my spiritual son, and he's awesome. He's one of our key core leaders in this ministry. He's an elder in this ministry, got a fantastic ministry. But we did a devotional on the love of God. It can help you. It's a 31-day devotional when you just meditate on the love of God. Just read it and meditate on it. It might be helpful to draw you back into his love. And also, if you have never listened to my soaking CD called Ultimate Passion, I ask you to go get the download online right now, or order the hard copy CD. You'll be transformed. Just listen to it over and over again. Soak in it until it transforms you. Those are some tools that might be able to help you draw close to God in this hour, because I'm committed to you growing in the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, growing in his love that will transform you.